inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Wilson going to come out throwing. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hall again on 2nd down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. They go play action with Wilson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Huntley to throw.
Flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want to check. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On the delay, it's Drone. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He'll get 34 yards there. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Running left, Drone.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick. So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Huntley.
They go with the screen to Gore. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
To throw, Huntley.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown. From 8 yards out.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. the 23. It's 2nd and 12.
Here's Wilson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
To throw on 3rd down. Huntley. Throw left side complete. That's Dixon. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have in that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Operating from the gun. Huntley got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Off play action. Huntley throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. Back to throw. Huntley. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Drone trying to punch it in. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd down and 3. Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And check down, complete to Hall.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's got it at the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll look to run with Hall. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Gotta say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing on first down. Huntley flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. After the interception, here's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A final shot before break. Huntley. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. And they'll start on the ground with Drone. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running up the middle, it's Drone. Stopped in his tracks by Ahmad Gardner.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They'll try it up the gut with Gore. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Off the play fake. Huntley forced out to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. 37 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Huntley buying time to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, Huntley escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 34. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall from 17 yards out.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll go again with Drone. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage, What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. They'll try the middle with Drone. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Huntley. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On the run, it's Drone. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that, bro.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They'll try again down here with Drone. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Come on, let's go.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down.
Gets this to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on fourth and long.
Throwing is Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Throwing again here, Wilson. Going for it all. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They'll keep it in the hands of Drone. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Miami,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.